All right, Blood DK. I'd say Blood DK is best. We know what goes to trash. Nah, it's got to be a surprise, man. No one knows what's happening. No one knows. Look at your Discord. What are you spamming in my Discord, mate? Is that what you made, Jew? I made objectively correct. We can compare. Okay, so blood goes here because I would say. I mean, it depends what tier we're doing. Let's. I mean, I guess it doesn't depend. Blood doesn't really depend on the tier. But I would say blood in first tier is like one of your best tanks. I don't think any tank is god tier. Actually, well, I might have to adjust later on. I don't know. I don't know if it's god tier, but it's really good. It does a shit ton of damage. It's relatively tanky. It has a lot of cooldowns. It's just a good all-around tank. Due to only tier 14? Okay. I'll do tanks first. So I would put Warrior at the same point as DK. So it's slightly tankier than DK and it does slightly less damage. That's kind of how I see it. It brings more stuff to the raid. But you're not too worried about that as a tank. So I don't think that has super value. The crit banner is nice. So I put him about there. I'd maybe put Brew like slightly above these two. Brew is just like insane. But I guess the damage is not great. I'd put them all on best. I'd put them all here, to be honest. Playable at low vengeance? I mean, yeah. It's playable at low vengeance. But they all are. Like, Warrior doesn't have that. Like, you don't have that much rage gen to like send into shields. So the vengeance is a lot less relevant. Your rain damage is great. Fucking hell. What other tanks we got? Prot Paladin, I would put at. For tier 14, I would honestly put it average. It's really not that great. It's really, really not that great. It feels super squishy compared to the other tanks. I really like playing it, but it's like miles away on tier 14. Do Blood DK stonks go up if they nerf Vengeance compared to other tanks? Oh, here we go. Here comes fucking Dean, who's like, me, Paladin. Oh my god, it's average. What the hell? No, it's actually kind of garbage in tier 14, Dean. It's actually kind of garbage. Like, it's fine. You can clear everything with it, but it's not what I would ever pick. So I think that goes in average. Ben said if Vengeance gets nerfed, they go. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I don't think their Vengeance scaling is really like. I don't know. It's just good on AoE. It's really nice on AoE, and it's pretty garbage on single target. Can you go faster and go? What was 14 again? Siege? No, 14 is the first tier. First tier. Where's Bear? Bear, I would put. Bear is somewhere in between. It's definitely not super. Like, it's relatively tanky, but the damage it does is just pathetic. So it's either great or good. It's like hovering between here. I think I just put in good because these are just all better. So that's how I put tanks. All right, what about healers? Healers. Where's my first healer? Resto Druid is great. I would put it in great. It's a solid healer. Does good HPS. Its raid cooldowns are kind of meh. Crank is... It's a decent throughput cooldown, but you have to channel it. So it's kind of annoying to do that. And then Shroom Bloom can be really good. Shroom Bloom can be really good, but it's like... You've got Halo, Divine Star... You got Spirit Link. They all do kind of the same stuff. So it's nothing special. What's the next healer? Mistweaver. I put Mistweaver as average. It does less HPS than a Resto Druid, but it does damage. But I feel like the damage it does is not that relevant. It's not last tier. It's definitely not last tier, because last tier is Holy Paladin. Holy Paladin is, like, if we're talking about 25 man tier 14, Holy Paladin is just trash. It's actually just bad. Like, you just don't run this. And then Mistweaver is between good and average, I would say. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like these... I need to change these. These are just not working for me right now. I'd put something like this. I'd put meta... good... below average... avoid at all costs... and bad. I think this is probably better. And so I would put probably something like this. If I'm doing that. And I would maybe put... I guess I honestly put Brew up one more, because I would say the best tank comp would be Brew plus one of these two. Because Brew has a lot of things you want it for. Shouldn't meta be above good? It is? People who made 69 H pals for Wrath and Kata scribe slaves. That's true. H pal is better than Mistweaver Monk? I absolutely don't think so. There's no way. You play Blood DK majority tier 14 bosses and only Monk for a few? I don't know. I don't necessarily agree. I think both of these are good. I don't think you play like there's good reasons to play all of these. Yeah, no, fuck it. We just put them all in the same row. Alright, what else have we got? Healers. Disc. Holy, I actually have no idea where Holy goes. I'm not gonna lie, I never see any Holies. It's definitely not meta. So it's somewhere between avoid at all costs and good. But since I never see it at all, and Disc is just better than it in pretty much every situation except for Sulong, I think I would put it at bad. It's not avoid at all costs because it's good on Sulong, and that's about it. Committed a crime on having full screen stream and pants down? What the fuck? Disc is... Disc is meta. The shields are all good. You can Spirit Shell stuff for absorbs as an extra raid CD. You have Barrier. You do amazing DPS. I might even put it as God. I think there's like, if you're not raiding with a Disc Priest, it feels real bad. You can not have a Resto Shaman, but I think if you don't have a Disc Priest, that's just bad. In before Holy Meta Spec? I don't know, maybe. You never know what's gonna happen, right? And then Resto Shaman I put as meta. I'd say Resto Shaman probably has potential to do more HPS than a Disc, but Disc brings damage and so many damage reduction cooldowns that I think it just beats Resto. But it's like pretty close. They said Feral sucks in Kata, look at it now. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Isn't it terrible? Alright, what next? Let's do ranged DPS. Ranged DPS. Boomy, avoid at all costs. Garbage fucking spec. Literally worthless in tier 14. Does no damage. Get rid of it. Delete it. Yeah, but I would say Disc, like there's no way you raid without a Disc, right? If you have to choose between a Disc and a Resto Shaman to not have in your raid, you pick the Resto Shaman, I think. At Blist. Okay, so balance dead spec. BM, I have no idea where it sits. I'm pretty sure it's like below average bad. I don't know if it's avoid at all costs, but I think it's in these two somewhere. Bliss just ripping Ironbarks on people when he likes. When you never call him, Ironbark is probably the best one to just rip on people, right? I don't know if I think some people tried playing BM and it wasn't that horrendous, right? So I'd probably just put it at below average. Let's be honest, compared to survival, yeah, compared to survival, you never play it. Yes, I agree. But if someone wants to play BM, I don't think it's that bad, right? Sorry, I just tuned in. Is this list in general or specific tier? This is for tier 14. And I'm thinking more tier 14 prog than tier 14 farm.
Oh, that's big.
Yep, thanks for the follow. I think it's probably just below average.
Oh, that's big.
How is Prot Pala worse than Guardian? Because Prot Pala is probably the only tank I've played where I feel like I'm in danger of dying at any point. Then you better make 2 tier lists above God and add survival. Okay, what have we got next? Range DPS. Survival, S God tier. This spec is just insane. The damage it brings is insane. It doesn't bring that much utility to the raid. It brings raid buffs if you're missing any, but that's kind of irrelevant in 25-man. It brings AoE armor reduction pet, which is pretty insane. But the damage just puts it crazy up high. Yeah, you can't play this spec badly either. What's a player problem? Survival is God because it does all the mechanics and it's crazy DPS. Oh yeah, you got deterrence. Deterrence is insane, but I deterrence might be working way too well on Tori. There's a good chance that on Tori core deterrence is like stupidly OP and it's not going to be like that. Because for example on Elegon, I'm pretty sure that you're not supposed to be able to deterrence. It's not supposed to work. And there's a bunch of other things like that that also don't work. Okay, Marksman, I think, is worse than BM. It's either bad or avoid at all costs.
Oh, that's big.
Thanks for the follow. I don't know if it's here or here. It's one of these two. I don't know. I'm just going to put it in avoid at all costs. Right reply was brain damage gameplay, tons of damage, can do any mechanic and still do tons of damage. Mobiles is fun. Oh, yeah. It's Giga Mobile. That's also super important. It's like the only range that is like, well, I guess Ellie Shaman is relatively mobile as well. And Affliction, but you're not really playing Affliction. I think Marksman goes here. Fire is complete fucking turbo garbage. I think Fire might win in terms of the worst spec in the game in tier 14. I don't think there's a worse spec in the game, right? Like, I think you literally play anything else and you do better. Frost is... I'd say Frost is good. Malv Mummy spec is probably worse. Nah, it's not. There's no fucking way. There is no fucking way Ret is worse than Fire. There's no way. There's no way Ret is worse than Fire. I put Frost in good. I don't think it's kind of meta. You pretty much only bring, like, I think if you could just bring only survival hunters, you would just bring only survival hunters, and so that pops Frost Mage down. When it's played by Malvin Mummy, it is. Oh my god. Frost is meta if meta is tier A. Kind of good on prog. So Ring is also busted. Ring is doing too many targets on Stormforge. You can't. It's got a 10 target cap, so it's actually not good on Will. How is Frostnos S tier? There's no way Frost is S tier. Not even close to S tier. I'd say it's hovering between these two, right? It's kind of hovering between these two. I guess you could put it as meta. I guess if I put Resto Shaman in here, then... It's kind of hovering between the two, I'd say. Yeah, you'd always rather another hunter instead of a mage. But I guess like it's one tier below survival. To be honest, S tier should be reserved for one spec of each role. I mean, it kind of is that already. I wasn't really intending on doing that, but it's kind of going that way. Arcane, I think, is between good and below average, right? I think it's good. I don't know on prog. On prog, I'm not sure. I don't know if it, like... I think Seren was having some trouble with low gear, right? So it's probably below average. BA? Yeah, I don't think it's great on prog. I think it's probably in below average. I think during farm it pops up like just below frost, or maybe on par with frost. But on prog you're probably never running it. So it's I don't know, probably here actually, I guess. It's kind of on the same level as Bear and Resto Druid, I'd say. Alright, what else have we got? Shadow Priest is below average. It's definitely worse than Arcane. It's not bad, but it's below average. Pocket was the best Arcane I played with, and he was doing shite full bis tier 14. Well, Seren was beating our Frost Mages in tier 14. At the end of tier 14, I think, right? But I don't know if that was exactly a fair competition either. What else have we got? Ellie is... I would say Ellie is good. It's not below average. It's decent on prog. Elemental can't be on the same tier as Arcane. Elemental is way better. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like, Elemental is definitely not here. It's not on par with all the other specs.
Oh, that's big.
Thanks for the follow. I mean, Arcane might be here. But I feel like if Arcane's there, then it bumps everything down as well. Actually, I guess it is below average. It is below average. This is fine. I'm happy with this, actually. Elemental has full raid support and SL? Stormlash? Stormlash alone is mental. Yeah, but it's not. I wouldn't call it meta. Like, you get a bunch of Stormlashes from your Resto Shamans. So you only ever run like one extra Ellie, probably. No shot you put Shadow below BM and Arcane? I think so. Like, Shadow is definitely not good. Yo, what up, John? What makes Prot Warrior as good as Blood DK and Monk? It does practically this. It does like slightly less damage than DK and it's tankier. If you want to order, like, honestly, the order I've got them right now, from left to right, you have the squishiest on the left and the most damage on the left. And it kind of like is like Brew is quite tanky but does less damage than the other two.
Oh, that's big.
BM is automatically just F tier because there's survival in the same class. Yeah, I mean that's the main problem, right? Ellie is good on prog and falls off later. I don't know. I'm relatively happy with it. Like, you can move, a lot of these can move up or down one tier. It's kind of close, but you're not moving up more than one. Like, tier lists are kind of like I don't particularly like tier lists for ranking this stuff because I think there's too much that goes into this, and putting them into like one single point is like you should have like a scale rather than a set of levels. But yeah. Okay, hold on. We're doing ranged. Affliction is a very weird one. So on average, it's fucking garbage. But on a couple of fights, it's insanely strong. So on like Stone Dogs, Will, Char of Fear, any fight where you can constantly have a second target up, it's pretty good. So I would put it as below average, like on most fights, but some fights it like is really good. So most fights I would put it down here, and then on a bunch of fights it's god tier, and then on a few others it's probably meta or good. So on average I'd say it's probably below average on average. Demonology. Demonology on Stormforge was really good. I'd hesitate to put it in here because there was a few positive bugs, but it's definitely here. Like, it fits very nicely and good. The problem with Demonology is destruction is generally better. And so it has the same problem as BM. Not in tier 14? Mate, you didn't play with anybody that was good at fucking demo. You have no idea who's good at demo. In MoP, Are there not as many specs required for raid buffs? There's a bunch, but Hunter can bring practically any raid buff, so you're never worried about raid buffs. And Hunter is like Giga S tier, so you've got a shit ton of them anyway. Respectfully, show me a single good demo log entire tier 14. Okay, Stormforge logs. Oh wait, not on Shylin. Is this loading? What's going on? Was he called the Great Me? Bro, he's in your fucking guild, mate. Are you kidding me, Jew? So this guy was rank 1 demo. Is there a way to... I don't think there's a way to sort just by Warlock logs, is there? In tier 14? Like if we could get Garagel logs, rankings... Oh, I can just click Warlock. There you go. Oh, what's that? Top DPS is a demo? Okay, to be fair, he had 5 eye levels on everyone else. And that's a big gap. Let's have a look at some other bosses. Stoneguard? Stoneguard, okay, Stoneguard, he didn't play demo. That's a bit of a problem. Stoneguard, he didn't play demo. All these other fights are kind of piss, right? These are all fake fights. Heart of Fear. Is there any good fights on Heart of Fear? Windlord, I guess? Also, we're talking prog. I mean, I would probably never bring a demo to prog if you can play Destro, but I don't think demo is that far behind. Oh, it's Blade Lord. Shit. Wait, Windlord. No, Windlord. Here you go. Is this Yoda? Windlord, demo. Look, 3 demos. Spark cosplay down here. Like, there's just demo is really good here. I mean, obviously this is no longer prog, but like, demo is a really, really good contender for Windlord, for Blade. Yeah, Windlord. I mean, you could do Blade Lord. I think Vizier is probably a better. Like, he's up there. He's okay. He's a fair bit behind here, to be fair, but it's still up there. Check Fang Fighter's demo. Yeah, Fang will be insanely good for demo, I would assume. I think we get the idea, right? Like, demo is perfectly okay as a spec. The one thing to pay attention to though is there is some positive buffs. There's definitely some positive buffs, so it will take a hit if those get removed. So you can't really take that as like a... You can't really be expecting that. Okay, I'm actually surprised the demo is not top here. But anyway, long story short, demo is like just below Destro, I would say. Just below Destro. So I'm very happy putting it into good. Destro is meta. I think it's quite good. It's probably it's worse than Frost Mage. It's better than demo. It's better than Ellie. So it's kind of in this like in-between kind of area. Yeah, pretty much what Vlad said. People on Stoneguard pull boss plus ads, skip it. I don't think anyone did that on Mistblade 1. It's also lobotomy tier, so 99% of players will do way more on Destro. Yeah, I think that's also the case. Like, it's a lot easier to play Destro. What have we done all ranged? Oh yeah, we're done with ranged. Pog. Okay, now real tier list. All right, Frost is... I don't think it's avoid at all costs, but it's just bad. It's really bad. Start with Ret. Ret, I would put in below average. I think damage-wise, it's probably here, but the utility it brings puts it up like 1 tier, I would say. Devotion Aura is really nice. Double Sack is really nice. Bops are pretty nice on some fights. Like, the utility it brings is definitely not to be understated. But it's not good enough to be in good tier. And it's... yeah, it's not bad enough to be in bad. I think it's just below average. Fury is on prog in garbage gear. Avoid at all costs. Do not play this fucking spec. I think, does Marksman go up one tier? Is Marksman in just bad? Does anyone know? Anyone played Marksman? Fury is good. Fury is beyond Avoid on low gear. Marksman is better than BM. So would you do this? Would you be happy with that? Alright, what's next? Windwalker. Where do I put Windwalker? I think Windwalker on prog is actually good, right? Like, it's not meta, but it's probably good. Frost DK too low? It's not that shit? What, you'd put it along with all these? I personally don't know, because I haven't played Frost DK. Like, I know it's not great. It's definitely not good. Like, it's definitely not good, right? It's not in this tier. So if you're saying it's not bad, then it's kind of just leaves below average. Aren't there fights Holy is good on? Holy, which Holy? Holy Priest or Holy Pala? It'll power fuck every DPS in below average tier. I don't reckon. I'm not sure about that. The Druid is below average? No, the Druid is fine. The Druid is fine as a healer. Absolutely fine. Except Marksman. Alright, I'd be happy with this. I think I'll put it here. Unholy is S tier melee. This thing is insanely strong. This thing is just completely busted on like pretty much every fight. Unless there's a fight where you just like always lose your dots. But even then, you can put them back up. Like your trinkets are like what, 1 minute cooldown or something? Wait, what am I busted? Mouth of Main's Resto Short and Kata, give him a break. I'm probably not playing it in MoP, so. Unholy is Giga positively buffed, don't forget. I don't know. I don't know about that. Alright, what else have we got? What's this? I don't even know what spec is this. This is sub. I know this is sub. Which one's assassin? Which one's combat? It's like this, right? This is combat. Bruh, I'm boomy main. Yeah, reroll, dude. Reroll. Weapon swapping to apply % damage increase and swapping back. I heard someone bad-mouthing my Holy Pala. Yeah, Holy Paladin's gonna be dog shit in MoP. Reroll already. That's a sass? This is a sass? Why does combat have a backstab, though? Combat doesn't backstab, right? Like, why is backstab icon for combat? Booey's gonna crank, just watch. Your pup's poo is... God damn it. Unholy's gonna pop off. Any logs where the damage to adds is capped or removed from the pass? Yeah, but you don't care about that on prog. You moved it now, it's sub assassination combat. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, but like, why is backstab the icon for combat? This is what always throws me off, man. You don't backstab as combat. Anyway, sub I would put as meta. The damage on it is good. And it brings a shit ton of raid utility with its immunities, smoke bomb, tricks. It's just a really good class. Really, really good class. The one place where it suffers is target swapping. It's not so good on target swapping. Unholy is king of random spread damage, plus getting boss unit sizes means no spread of dots. You'll still be able to spread dots pretty well. It won't be that problematic. This list is whack as fuck. Explain? I go sleep. Buh, good night. Alright, see you, Bernard. What else have we got? So this is combat. Combat is, where would you put it, Vlad? Where would you put combat? It doesn't even go in good, right? With the Warcraft logs, rules on Holy will not look good on the Lumberjack site. Yeah, but you don't care. Logs are irrelevant when you're progging. Completely irrelevant. Let me explain. That guy is getting assassinated by the dagger close to his throat. Okay, sure. CXR, I'm assuming you just haven't played prog on Mistblade, if that's what you're saying. Tori Evermoon? No. I mean, I don't know what happened on Tori and Evermoon, but Tori and Evermoon is a terrible place to look at for tier 14 because those were the times where it was the most buggiest of all the possibilities. If you want to look at tier 14, you have to look at Mistblade. If you're looking at Tori and Evermoon, I think you're just trolling. Vlad's not telling me where combat goes. Wait, no. Wait, yeah, combat. I don't know if it's good or bad. You don't have many fights where you want to play it on. I think if you play rogue, you play single target ST, single target. I think combat needs gear to be good. I mean, it's good on dogs. It's good on cleave fights, right? Like, I think it... Well, if you're... Okay, you're completely padding on Windlord, so that doesn't count. But on dogs, it's pretty good, right? It's better than assassination on dogs. I don't think it's bad, right? It's probably just below average. Garrelon, sub on Windlord is really good. Yeah, but you get the... I mean, I guess the add pad is actually not that good, right? I think I'd put it probably below average. Yeah, pretty much what Ju said. Assassination is like good, right? It's like a bit below sub. Sass good, combat below. Yeah, that's what I would say as well. All right, what have we got left? Warrior. I think Warrior is almost god tier. The thing that holds Warrior back is its single target damage. Its single target damage on like pure single target fights is kind of meh. But as soon as you can cleave anything, it's pretty strong and it gets very close to Unholy. And it brings a shit ton of raid utility. So I would put it like ahead of sub. It's definitely better than sub, but it's worse than Unholy. No, wait, it's anything if you count utility, aside from God. I think it's kind of hovering between the two, right? I think you very quickly run into diminishing returns with the amount that you want to stack. But that said, I don't necessarily think I'd stack more Unholies than Arms. You're probably right. It probably does go up here. Is this for rating or CMs? Rating. Fuck CMs, dude. CMs have literally like 5 classes that you can play, and there's not like 5 specs that you play, and everything else is dog shit. Move up Ret to God? Nah. Change stream names so people stop asking? Ah, there you go. There you go, we pinned Vlad's message. Yeah, well played. Man, did you play this week? What the fuck is Grievous? No, I haven't done. Oh wait, you're talking to Zet. Fuck. I'll make it God. Good luck. Many people have tried, John. No one with siege gear could get listed in tier 14 section, for example. Not on Mistblade logs. No, not on Stormforge logs. Bartimaeus. Person who runs the log website. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mod me now. Thanks. Maybe. It's coming. It's coming surely. Is Classic going to be all GDKPs? It's hard to say. I think GDKPs will kind of like take a dip because of the coin system. But I think the content is easy enough that you can still get through it with GDKPs. So there probably will be a chunk of GDKPs. I suspect that they just add like an entry fee for the coining, essentially. Wait, why is Fire and Boomy there? Fire has no crit and feels garbage to play and does garbage damage early on in the expansion. It's very good late in the expansion, but it's very, very bad early on. Yeah. All right. What's left? Enhance. Enhance. I would put in. I'd say it's about in the same kind of realm. It's between good and below average, I would say. Malva's still edging the Feral. Enhances Primal Ellie spec. Do people actually... I don't think people run Primal Ellie, right? In tier 14? Like, I'm pretty sure when I was simming it, it was Elemental Blast was ahead of everything on single target. I think Enhance is going to be good, no joke. I would say it's above all of these, right? It's above all of these. It's below all of these, so it's just naturally in this, like, good... Isn't the raid buff from Shaman's Giga strong? You mean the Stormlash totem? No way it's below Ellie? I haven't ordered these left to right. I'm just putting him in at the right every time. Maybe I can order them at the end. I'll try order them at the end. And her claps demo single target, but not prog? Nah. Where did you sim MoP? You just grabbed the old Simcrafts. Which, to be fair, is not super... Like, I don't think you can really use Simcraft to compare spec to spec. But it's pretty decent for figuring out what the best thing is. Alone, the Stormlash totem makes them at the top of the good list. I don't really think I agree with that. But I'd need to see some logs. Like, you need logs for this kind of stuff. A lot of Simcraft's APIs are pretty terrible. Alright, and Feral goes in the good list. I think... The reason... So, in 25 man on prog, pretty much the only reason I see to bring a Feral over a Rogue... The only reason to bring a Feral over a Rogue is to pick up a polearm. I actually think... And maybe the Mastery gear, right? Like, if the... Because Rogue just brings more to the... It just brings more to the group. I think one Feral to soak gear. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like, you have a Feral to soak the polearms. You have a Feral to soak Mastery gear. I suspect it's probably better than Windwalker for the polearms. Windwalker doesn't... I mean, I think Windwalker would be absolutely fine with polearms. It's just it prefers one-hand weapons, right? But polearms are like a close second. And your one-hand weapons are just going to the Brewmaster, right? Like, you're actually just trolling if you don't give the one weapon to the Brewmaster, I'm pretty sure. You're like a retarded rogue in tier 14. Yeah, and you don't have smoke bomb. That's the really big difference. You don't have smoke bomb, and you don't have like single target burst when you're swapping targets. Like, you can't just like shadow dance a target somewhere. It's got okay target swap with soul swap, I guess, if soul swap is actually working properly. But I honestly, I don't think, like... I don't know how important the gear soak is. And I honestly suspect you'd put the Mastery gear on the Rogue over on the Feral anyway, I think. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Moro, dude. It's in the title. It's pinned at the top of chat. Please. Please just open your eyes, mate. Do I need to put text? It's here as well. Hold on. Tier 14 Pro.
Oh, that's big.
Tier list. I'm sorry, I got down. You should do a class tier list before MoP Classic. What What do you mean? Right there, mate. Who's going to do root ads on Woat if not for Feral? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.